Hello, my dear friends. Today, we're going to talk about the weekly home blessing. And what I'm going to do for you is give you 5 parts, 5 weeks in a row, where we cover a little bit of the weekly home blessing so you can listen to it while you're working. In the end, I will see if Mr. B can put all 5 of these parts together and you'll have a tape you can listen to like a podcast when you're working in your weekly home blessing. So let's start today with part 1. We're going to do it in 5 parts. There are 6 parts to the weekly home blessing. The first part is, it's bed. It's strip your bed, wash your sheets, and put them back on your bed. And then we've got vacuum. We're going to do the floors, vacuum. We've got mop. We've got clean the mirrors, clean the glass, and empty the garbage cans, little garbage cans. So that's 6 parts. So what I'm going to do is combine the sheets with empty the garbage cans. Okay, so we'll start with that. So today, if you've got your earbuds in, you can start by stripping your bed. So it's a 10-minute thing to strip your bed, but it's not really 10 minutes. It's 2 minutes to strip your bed. So I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes, and I'm going to tell you when you are done with your bed. So ready, get set, go. Start stripping your bed. First, let's take all the pillowcases off. Put the empty pillows, the naked pillows back on your bed, but take the pillowcases off, put them in a little pile at the bottom. Do you have 2 pillows, 4 pillows, 6 pillows, or like Mr. B and I, 8 pillows? Well, it won't take you long to take those pillow slips off and put them at the end of the bed. Now, we're going to take off the flat sheet. So if you've got a cover on the bed, take that off. Just put it on the floor. Take the flat sheet off. Got it? Roll it up. Put it on the floor with the pillowcases. Next, go to the corners and pull your corners off of your bed sheets. Pull them off, the elasticized corners. Take that sheet off, ball it up, and put it on the floor. Now we're going to get ready for when you put it back on. Take your cover and shake it out and spread it on your bed like a regular bedspread. Spread it out the way you know you want, the length on the end, the length on the sides. Get that just so. And now take the top and fold it down to the bottom of the bed, not to the very bottom where it's hanging off of the bed, just the bottom edge of the bed. Pull it down there. And now go back and pull it down again so you've doubled it. And if you need to, you can even do it one more time. So it's all ready to go. So when you get ready to put the bed sheets back on, it's going to be much easier. Your pillows are placed where they need to go. Okay, let's go. We got 20 seconds. Let's run over to the washing machine and put them in the washing machine. Okay, didn't take long. Now let's get a pod or pour some soap or get some powder, measure it, put it in your machine, shut the door or close the lid, push the button that you need. Ooh, there's our time. Push the button that you need to start your machine. We're done. Now we're going to go and take care of the little bins in the bathrooms. So the little garbage cans. So I'm going to set our timer for 2 minutes and we're going to go get all the little garbage cans. Now, do you have some garbage can liners underneath your sink? I hope you do. That's ideal. So we're going to go into the first bathroom. We're going to grab the top of the garbage bag and tie it with all the stuff in there. Sit it to the side. Take another garbage bag. Did you get it? Is it stuck? Okay, good. Give it a shake. Give it a little stretch. Put it in the garbage can. Put the top over it. Sit it back in the corner. Between the sink and the toilet's a great place, but wherever you want to do. Grab the dirty garbage, the garbage that you took out, and let's go to the next bathroom. Come on, we only have 1 minute and 15 seconds. We got to get it all done. How many bathrooms do you have? Only 1? Then take it to the kitchen garbage. Or, yeah, that's good enough. The kitchen garbage for right now. 2, let's get to that second bathroom, the closest one. Go in there, grab the garbage bag, tie it off, pull it out, get another garbage bag. Hopefully you have garbage bags under each one of these cabinets in the bathroom. If you don't have a cabinet in the closet nearby, shake it out, put it in, put it over the top. Excellent. Grab the next garbage. Now you've got 2 garbage. Let's go to the 3rd bathroom. Do you need to go downstairs? Wherever you need to go, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Watch your step. Make sure you look where you're going. Okay. Excellent. Let's go around the corner here. Let's go into this bathroom. Grab the garbage bag, tie it off, set it aside. Get another garbage bag from under the sink or in the closet nearby and put it in and pull it down the edge and put it where it goes. All right, that took 2 minutes. We went through 3 bathrooms, 1 to 3. So in 5 seconds, you're going to hear our alarm go off. And we're going to be done with part 1 of the weekly home blessing hour. Part 2 will be next Wednesday. Now that you've started, keep going. Finish your weekly home blessing. Eventually, you're going to have a tape that has everything you're going to do. You can just listen to me, put your phone in your ear and listen and do the whole weekly home blessing hour. So now you know I want you to have bags under the sink in the bathroom. I want you to be prepared for this, okay? All right, when your dryer goes off, when your washer goes off, make sure you put your sheets in the dryer today and then later put them back on the bed. We will address that with the next baby job and get those sheets put back on. Hello, my dear friends. Today we're going to spend 20 minutes doing the weekly home blessing part 3 and 4, where we're going to clean the glass and we're going to dust the house. So I want you to set your timer for 2 minutes a room. I want you to pick 5 rooms, and it might not take you this long. It might take you half as long, but I'm going to give you the full 2 minutes for each room. So ready, begin. So I'm going to assume we're in the bathroom. So what we're going to do is get this wet, wring it out, and then we're going to start wiping the mirror. And the mirror, that doesn't mean we're going to do the whole mirror. We're just doing the spots on the mirror where the toothpaste, splashed or whatever. Just wipe that off. Is there anything else you need to do in here? Sometimes I'll do the faucets, okay? All right. I don't see anything else that needs to be done. Do you? I'm going to wait the full 2 minutes so you get it all done. If not, proceed to your next room. All right, so here we are. We got about 45 more seconds to finish wiping up any spots. This is ample time. And if you've picked 5 rooms, maybe you picked your 3 bathrooms, maybe you picked your living room and your bedroom. We're going to assume that. You could pick any room, okay? We've got 30 seconds left. Please continue to wipe the spots in your bathroom. You may have a big bathroom with lots of mirrors, or you may have double vanities, one in front and one in back, or you may have big, long, full-length mirrors in your bathroom. So if you need those seconds, get it done. But we are about done. We've got about 10 more seconds in here. All right. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to your bedroom. All right, now we're in your bedroom. Now we're going to work in here. So let's look and see what has spots on it. Are there thumb smudges on your television? Let's go get those. You see them? Look in the light. Can you see them? Let's get those. Get those little thumb smudges. You might want to dry it. That's fine. This isn't damp. This is just damp. It's not big and wet, okay? All right, you got the thumb smudges. Now let's go look at your mirror. Are there any spots on your mirror? If there aren't, you don't have to do anything. If there are some spots, and I'm talking about your dresser mirror, get those off. Do you have a standalone mirror in your bedroom? Maybe a full-length mirror behind the door or standing mirror? If you do, let's go look. Has the baby or the dog smashed their nose on it or put their little fingers on it? Let's go wipe those spots off. Okay, you got it? All right, now let's look at your windows. Are there any spots on your windows that you need to get? Let's look. Not really. Well, how about the base of your lamp? Is your lamp reflective? Does it have finger smudges on it? Let's get that. Any reflective thing in your room, you can get these spots off of. You've still got 45 seconds. So if you still have something, like maybe your pictures just have something on it that you never noticed before. So get that damp thing and wipe it down. And if it makes it look odd because you've never wiped it before and half of it's dusty now and half of it's shiny, go ahead and do that small space, that whole small space. All right, we've got 5 more seconds. Actually, we don't. We have 15 more seconds. So if you don't have anything left to do in here, you're welcome to go to the next room, which I'm going to say is the hall bathroom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's walk to the hall bathroom. All right, let's go in here. Do you see the spots on the mirror? If there are some, we're going to do the same that we did in the master bathroom. We're going to clean the spots on the mirror. If you only have one bathroom and you don't have any other mirrors or reflective surfaces, or you kept working while we were doing this, you can consider yourself done and fast forward to the next stage is when we're doing feather dusting. But if you do need me, I'm here for you for the full 2 minutes in each room. So we're going to pretend we have 3 bathrooms, a master bedroom, and what did I say we're going to do? The kitchen? I don't remember what the other room was already. 3 bathrooms, master bedroom, and the living room. That's what I said. We've got 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the living room. Let's go. We've done the master bedroom, we've done the master bathroom, we've done the hall bathroom, we're going to do the living room. So are you downstairs yet, or have you gone down the hall to the living room? Because we're using this as part of our 2 minutes. All right, ready? Look. Do you have a TV that has finger smashes on it, where people have been smashing their fingers into it to move it around? If so, let's get those off. Again, if that looks odd, get the whole thing, because you have time. Is there any other reflective glass in here? Do you have a glass top table or glass covers on your wooden furniture? Let's see if there's any spots we need to get off. And if you need to on that glass top furniture, you might need to turn it over to the dry side and give it a little shine. All right, let's look at the glass doors. Do you have sliding glass doors in this room? Or do you have French doors in this room or something? Has the dog or the baby been mashing their little dirty fingers and nose on that? Let's squat down there and get those. It's not high because these animals aren't very big and these babies aren't very big. Let's get that, okay? Very good. And now we're going to go to any mirror you have in here. And while you're at it, you can go around the corner to the entryway and maybe hit that mirror if there's anything. Okay, we're going to give you about 45 more seconds to get it all done before we get in the kitchen, and we'll be through with the glass. So we are working on it. You know what to do. You're not cleaning everything in detail. You're not using Windex and paper towels. You're using a microfiber cloth. This one happens to be one that I purchased from FlyLady.net years ago. It's still perfectly good. I have quite a few of them. But if you don't have one of these, that's fine. You can go get a microfiber cloth at the Dollar Tree if you need to. There are much higher quality ones and much lower quality ones, but it doesn't matter. Anyone will do. Okay, we've got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the kitchen. Okay, now we're in the kitchen. Now there may not be any glass in here, but there are definitely some reflective things. And oftentimes I'll go ahead and get the refrigerator, if it's a stainless steel refrigerator, and look at it. You can see the spots along the top of the door, along the handle, maybe the handle itself. Get those. I always like to get the faucet a little bit. How about the dishwasher? How's that look? Do you have some spots on there you need to get off? Do you have an aluminum, brushed aluminum or steel garbage can? Does it need to be wiped a little bit? Get those little spots. Okay. And look at your stove front. Is your stove brushed aluminum? Do you need to work on that? So let's get over there and wipe that. How about the glass on the oven door? Does it look like it has some little touchy marks on it? Let's get those off. We have a minute left. Let's make sure that the microwave looks good. Get the handle, get the glass, get the edges. And if you're finished, stand back and look. Does everything look better? Remember, this is just a blessing, not a deep clean. Does everything look better? If it doesn't, you still have about 40 seconds. If it does, you can be done with this. You can fold this up And go hang it in the laundry room over something so it can dry, or leave it open and hang it over your laundry sink or whatever you've got and let it dry, and then it can go in the wash. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds left if you're still working. Keep going. Keep going. We're not doing anything hard. We're just getting little spots, little smudges off the shiny surfaces in glass. 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, you are through doing the glass. We are going to go on to dusting. So here's the feather duster that I got from FlyLady. I'm not sure they sell them anymore. I've been hearing rumors that they're not going to have them anymore. Not sure. But if you do need to buy one from somewhere, make sure it's a soft, beautiful, thick, fluffy, full, about 28-inch long feather duster. If you can't find a quality one like this, I'm so sorry, but you can do the best you can. I know you can go on Amazon and they have some. I'm not sure they're this high of quality or that the feathers are as long, but they'll still work. All right, so for those of you who have your feather dusters, and if you don't, get a microfiber cloth or use your little Swiffer, although you have to move things around with those. It might take you a little bit longer. Ready, we're going to begin dusting. We'll start right where we are. We're going to step into the living room. We're going to pick 5 rooms and work 2 minutes per room. Ready, begin. So you're going to dust around the television, right? Maybe the television itself. And maybe that piece of furniture under the television. Maybe you have a credenza. Let's dust the top of that. The lovely thing about a feather duster is things don't get knocked over because these are so fine and light, but it picks up the dust. Okay, how about the coffee table? Let's do that. Okay, how about the lamp? Do you have a side lamp? Or maybe 2. Side tables. See how fast this goes? Walk over to the other end of the couch, get the other lamp. The other side table, maybe underneath, maybe you have a lower shelf on something. Let's go over to the bookshelves if you have those. Let's get the top, and then down the sides, and then into the books. You're just gonna go right into the books like that. You're not gonna knock them over, okay? And you get all the shelves like that. All right, we've got 1 minute left. So while we're in here, let's get the heat registers or the air conditioner vents. Let's get the top of the doors. Do you have blinds in here? Blinds on your windows or your doors? Let's go ahead and get those. We can get those. Just shake it in there. Shake it in there. Shake it in there. Get it in there. Get the windowsill. We've still got 30 seconds. Do you see something else that you need to do in here? Do you have a ceiling fan? Is it running? Well, you can't do it while it's running, but turn it off and come back in here in a minute. Maybe you can hit the ceiling fan. If you don't have something that reaches your ceiling fan, don't worry about it. That will be a deep clean. Oh, but you can get your pictures. Look at this. You just get the picture. I'm actually touching the picture. There's nothing to it. Okay, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's proceed. We're going to go down the hall. Do you see anything in the hall that you could catch? How about the tops of the door jambs and the heat registers or air conditioning registers? And let's go into your bedroom. And now we're going to dust your bedroom. So if you can do the fan, great. If your fan is filthy, don't get this full of that kind of dust. We're working on the whole house and we can't be spreading it around at this point. That would be the last thing you would do, or a deep clean later. Okay, but if it's not so bad, just hit it real quick. And now go over to your dresser, get the top of your mirror if it's framed, get the top of your dresser. Again, you're just doing it like this. You're not doing it like this, you're doing it like this. Okay, maybe you can get in your drawer, maybe the drawers have detail, you want to get in there, okay, along the edge of your dresser. And let's go over to the side table and the lamp. Maybe your headboard is wooden, let's get the headboard. If you have pictures in your bedroom, let's get the pictures. Let's get the heat register or the air conditioning vents. Get the other door jamb that goes into the bathroom. Let's go in your closet. Is there anything in there that needs dusting? Maybe that top shelf could use dusting. Maybe some of your shoes need a little dusting. Okay, just be creative. And when you're done, we're going to go into your bathroom. So you've got 20 seconds left to finish dusting your bedroom. Again, if you don't have anything left to do in there, go to the bathroom, your master bathroom, and start dusting. You don't have to do exactly what I'm saying to do. You just need to be dusting, okay? All right, so we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's go into the bathroom. And this isn't going to take 30 seconds. We're just going to hit the lights above the mirror, and maybe the shelves, and maybe the register, if it's high or low. That's all we're going to do in here. Let's go out of here. Let's go back into the hall, go into the children's rooms. Let's do the same thing you did for your bedroom, but it won't take as long. You're going to hit their little shelves. If they have a side table, you're going to walk over to the top of the door and get that. If you want to hit their blinds real quick, you can get that. And now let's go out of that room and go into the guest bedroom or the other children's room and do the exact same thing. Dusting away like a little French maid. Okay? And then when you're done with that room, and I know that you're not because I'm rushing you, but I'm just giving you some ideas of things to do. Make sure you're getting the blinds, the window sills, the registers, the furniture. And see, when you don't have to move things around, you can do it very quickly with a feather duster. Okay? Now we're going to go into the office or whatever other room you have upstairs or down the hall. So let's pretend it's your office or your craft room, and let's go in there. And we've got so many things in here that we don't have to move. We can just dust around them. So we've got about 40 seconds left. Let's get it all dusted in here. Dusting away. All right. We've got 20 seconds. I'm trying to think if I left something out. You keep dusting because it's going to be 16 minutes. It should be 20 minutes. Oh, I know. We didn't spend very much time in the bathroom. So we still have time. We can still dust some more if you need to. So we can go into the other bathrooms and dust like we did. And we can go into, if you have maybe a den or a sunroom that you want to get, you can do that as well. And that's where we're going to wind up today. Getting the glass and dusting. These two jobs are called baby jobs because children can do most of these. Not babies, but they're baby jobs. They're not adult jobs. They don't take an adult to do this. So a nice middle schooler could do this for you. All right, you might want to go and get your laundry room dusted. That's a good thing to dust. The mudroom, the entryway, okay? And then when you're done dusting, you might check and see if your washing machine is done. If it's not, let it keep going. But no, we're going to put those clothes in the dryer soon. Hello, my dear patrons. Today we're continuing the weekly home blessing. We are taking care of the floors today. We're going to take care of vacuuming, or if you have hard surfaces and don't have carpets, dust mopping. Okay, this again is not the time where we are taking care of excessive things. This is a blessing. So pick 5 rooms. I'm going to recommend the bedroom. That would be yours. Maybe a guest room or a child's room. Maybe the hall that the bedrooms are off of. That's usually long. Living room and some other room. Could be your laundry room. Could be your dining room. You pick. Okay, you've got them in mind. Get your vacuum cleaner. Make sure it's empty. If it's not empty, stop this video and empty it. It's got to be ready. All right, you ready? We're going to start in your bedroom. We have 2 minutes. Ready, begin. Now I'm going to talk to you while you're vacuuming, and we're going to vacuum probably 3 parts of your bedroom. The bed kind of takes up one most of one wall, and you're going to just get the 3 sides around it, okay? So we're going to do very quickly vacuuming where people walk. If you have carpet, just get that real good on that one side. If you don't have carpet, you're going to vacuum up against the wall. That's generally where the hair and dog hair and your hair goes. Just get it real quick along the edge. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the bed and get there against the wall, maybe around the dresser. You're getting everything you can. Maybe you can push it up under the bed a little bit. Keep going. And now we're going to go to the other side and vacuum there. Vacuum really good. You have 2 whole minutes for this room, but that's all you have. Okay, so getting against the wall. If you have clutter all over the floor, you're going to notice that this is more difficult. If you have decluttered your floors, you'll notice that this is a lot simpler. And you'll be surprised that you still have about a minute left. So if you have some places that need a little extra work, you can get to work on those. Okay, keep going. And I want to talk to you while you're doing this about the weekly home blessing. Remember, again, it's not a deep clean. It is a blessing, which means you're just going to do the surfaces, just the surface clean. I was talking to my daughter this week about deep cleaning and deep organizing and all the deep things that people do. And she said, and she's a vice president of an international corporation, and she said a lot of that kind of work, that perfectionism work, is considered waste work. It's wasted because it just gets undone right away. And she said, it's important to know what your priorities are. And that's what I insist that you know. What are your priorities? Okay, girls, time's up. Let's go into the haul. Let's get the haul. Ready? Begin. It may be a short haul. It may be a long haul, but we're going to vacuum this haul. So get to work vacuuming the haul. And I will let you know when your time is up. It's the same thing as the bedroom. If it's hard surfaces and you're getting along the edges or you're using your dust mop, that's okay. But I want you've got 2 minutes, which is more than you think. It is, isn't it? It's more than you think. Okay, so keep going. Keep going. And if you didn't unplug the vacuum in your bedroom and you're running out of room, on that cord, go back in that room and get it and plug it back in a more reasonable place. And remember that from now on. You have to move that vacuum cleaner plug when you're vacuuming. Okay? Maybe there are a set of stairs off of this hall, but we're not going to do the stairs today. So you can vacuum up to the stairs, up to the bedrooms. You could even go in the doorways of the bedrooms. You still have a minute. You might even want to hit the bathroom if you have a few seconds. Just pick up the rug and vacuum there real quick, or dust mop. You still have about 45 seconds. Keep going. Keep going. Go along the edge of the other side. Get maybe the entranceway to your guest room and your children's room. All right, we've got about 30 seconds. How are you doing? You doing well? I'm very proud of you. If you're going to have to go downstairs at this point, then you're going to unplug the vacuum. You may have one upstairs and one downstairs, which is my suggestion, but if you don't, unplug it and go carefully down the stairs with it. We have about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, let's do the extra bedroom. If you have to go downstairs, stop this and go downstairs. If not, unplug it and go into the bedroom or near the bedroom and plug it in and begin. And we're going to vacuum this room. If it's your guest room, you don't have a child in this room, or a room that's not used very often, it's going to be super simple to clean it because it doesn't get that dirty, does it? If you do this on a weekly basis. If this is your office or if this is your craft room, you'll notice if your things are up off the floor, it's a lot easier, but now is not the time to pick them up. It's just easier, and that's what's going to happen when you declutter. So we're just going to keep vacuuming. We've got 3 sections of the room again, on each side of the bed, if there is one, or couch or desk, whatever that main piece of furniture is in that room. So we're going to get the wall that's next to that, and the wall that's adjacent to that. We're going to be doing the floor in front of that. And then the wall for the entryway, that wall that's broken up by a door. Get that real good. Go all the way back to the desk or the bed or whatever it is you've got there. And if you have an island in this room, maybe you have a craft room and you've got a table in the middle, we're just going to work around the table and go around now to the other wall. We've got about 30 seconds. How do you feel? Keep going. Keep going. Are you starting to glow a little bit? Are you working a little bit hard? You know, this is the place. This is probably the most physical that we are. When we're doing our deep cleaning, it's not even this hard. It's the most physical. It's not impossible, and it's not ridiculous. It just makes you glow because you're moving your body, right? But we're not perfectionists, and we have 5 seconds left in this room. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now plug in the vacuum cleaner, and we're going to work in the living room. So let's begin. Go. We have 2 minutes in the living room. So usually in a living room, you have a couch, maybe you have a chair, maybe you have a coffee table, maybe some kind of a credenza or bookcase or television stand, along with other things. So we're going to vacuum around these things. So don't stop when I'm talking, just keep vacuuming. Vacuum the traffic areas first. Get the traffic areas. Once the traffic areas are done in one section, go to another section. So let's pretend that the coffee table is the island and we're going to work around the island. So all the traffic area on one side of the coffee table to the wall or to the next piece of furniture. And then one side of the coffee table, maybe the skinny end of the coffee table between that and the chair or the wall or the window or the door. Get that vacuumed really well. And then we're going to go between the coffee table and the couch. Get that done really well. And we have about 50 seconds left, so we still have plenty of time. We're going to go to the far end of the coffee table and work between there and the wall. Now you realize that you may not have a coffee table, but I think you get the idea. We're working in parts in this room. If you have a dust mop, then you're dust mopping in this room. So we're going to dust mop the edges all around, etc. All right, so we're just about through in this room. And we are going to go to the last room, whatever that is. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, proceed to the next room or the next part and plug into a more convenient plug. Again, if you have to do some details, like climb under something to plug it in or whatever, stop the video. All right, begin. All right, so I'm going to pretend we're in the living room, but it could be your office, it could be the guest room downstairs, it could be a bonus room, a toy room, a playroom, whatever, a laundry room. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pretend it's the dining room. So in the dining room, we have chairs and a table. I hope you're vacuuming while I'm talking to you. But if it is the dining room, then you're going to pull the chairs out and give it a little vacuum under the table. But you're not going to put all the chairs out or put them upside down on the table like people do in the movies. We're just going to pull out one chair and scooch down the middle. Okay, we're not detail cleaning. And then we're going to go around the outside between the table and the 4 walls. Okay, so as you finish this, we are going to think about what you're going to do when you're done, so that when you're done, when you stop your vacuum cleaner or you stop pushing your little dust mop, we're going to go unplug the vacuum and wrap the cord around it. Keep vacuuming, girls. Vacuuming or dust mopping. But you wrap the cord around and snap it in place so it's all tidy for the next time. And you're going to take off the removable thing that you can empty out if you have one of those. If it's a bag, you're going to open up the bag holder and see if it's full or not full. Close it back or put a new bag in. Then you're going to turn it upside down and you're going to get all the long hairs off of the roller or out of the brushes. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. All right, and then you're going to put your vacuum up. If it goes in the garage in a certain place or in a closet in a certain place, that's where it's going to go. So keep vacuuming. Your time's not up. You still have time. Or dust mopping. Now, if you have a dust mop, you're going to take your dust mop outside. You're going to remove the cover of the dust mop and you're going to shake it really, really good. Okay. And if it doesn't look right and it has been a while, you're going to go put it in the laundry. But otherwise, it's going back on the dust mop. You're going to take your dust mop to the garage or wherever it is that you put it. All right. Your time is up. And now you're going to complete the process, which is put your dust mop up or put your vacuum cleaner up. All right, tomorrow Wednesday next week, I will make you another video on mopping, and then we'll be through except for putting our sheets on the bed. By the way, how are your sheets? Are they washed? Are they ready to go in the dryer, or are they dry? Are they ready to go on your bed? They're probably done washing and time to put them in the dryer, or they will be soon. Hello, my dear friends. Today we are working on our floors in the weekly home blessing hour saga, which I started 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. The first week we talked about sheets, and I think we did garbage cans with that too. If we didn't, we should have. Mirrors and dusting was the second week. Last week we did vacuuming, and this week we're going to mop and make sure that your sheets are in the dryer, okay? So, or at the end of the time, put your sheets in the dryer. Here we go. Today we're going to mop. We have 10 minutes to mop our home. We're going to spend 3 minutes in the kitchen and 2 minutes in each bathroom. So make sure you have your mop ready and your cleanser and your water, whatever you're using. I like the Dirt Devil hand trigger mop that has an empty container on it. You put water in it, a little bit of Mrs. Meyer's, close it up, and it's ready to go. It's got a pad that fits on the bottom that is microfiber and washable. Okay, so if that's ready, great. If not, put your phone on hold or whatever you're using and go get your mopping equipment ready, okay, because we're ready to mop. All right, here we go. We're going to mop for 3 minutes in the kitchen. I don't care if your kitchen is humongous or tiny, 3 minutes is your limit. So begin. Now I'm going to talk to you while you're mopping. When you mop, we are not going to stand on the head of the mop and push with our heel if we see a spot. That's not what this is for. This is a blessing, a very light mopping. Yeah, if you haven't mopped your floor in a while, it's not going to look the greatest, but it's going to look a whole lot better than it did. And I am assuming, is that right, that you swept your floor last night after dinner, because that's part of your ritual. Your after dinner ritual is to wash your pots and pans and load the dishwasher, everybody putting their own dishes in the dishwasher. Someone, hopefully not you, is wiping the table and wiping the rest of the counters. You're going to wipe the counter where you prepared food. You're going to take care of the utensils that you use, the pots and the pans, the stovetop, etc. They're going to wipe the other counters. Hopefully they're not too crowded with clutter. If they are, they're just going to have to wipe around, and someone is going to mop the floor, sweep the floor, hopefully not you. So when you mop today, there shouldn't be too much on the floor, but if there is, it's okay, just mop anyway, because we are changing things in your life. And we are doing a weekly home blessing, and that's what it is. So while you're mopping, just lightly mop each area of your floor. Get the edges, get around things, get the middles. If you get done before 3 minutes, that's perfectly fine. You're done. Proceed to the bathroom. Fast forward this tape till we get to the bathrooms. If you're not done, guess what? Our time's not up yet. So keep going. Mopping that floor. It took me, in my last home, which was bigger than this one, about 3 minutes to mop the kitchen floor in this way. It's not a big deal. It was a little eat-in kitchen. I just kind of moved a chair aside and mopped under the table a little bit. I didn't put the chairs upside down on the table. I don't expect you to do that. We're just doing a blessing. All right? So when you're done mopping your kitchen floor, you're going to stop the tape, and you're going to proceed to the bathroom. Now, we still have time left, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit longer just to get you through this 2 minutes, but I'm not going to go the whole 2 minutes. So if you need to put it on pause for a minute, finish up. We got you started. All right, now I want you to walk to your bathroom. Go to the one closest to the kitchen. Is it the one in the hall? Great. I'm presupposing as well that you have taken the rugs up. If you haven't, do that now. If you haven't shaken those rugs out, you can shake them right there in the bathroom. Shake them out, put them over the tub or on the toilet. Get all the things off the floor real quick. Now, when you were vacuuming, ideally, you would have done that then and you could have vacuumed that up. But you may have to grab a broom real quick or your vacuum and vacuum what you just shook out. I personally would just sweep that real quick, and then we're going to begin mopping. We have 2 minutes for each bathroom begin. So now we're going to mop the bathroom. It is so small. Most bathrooms aren't huge. Maybe you have a big master bathroom and that's gonna seem like it needs to take more than 2 minutes, but I still only want you to spend 2 minutes. So just so you know, in a regular size hall bathroom, you should be able to mop in front of the sink, around where, between the sink and the toilet, behind the toilet. Now with this mop that I'm telling you about, it has a rectangular head that swivels, so you can get it beside the toilet and behind the toilet just a little bit, and then in front of the toilet and around the side of the toilet and behind the toilet again. You're not going to do it perfectly. Again, this is not a deep clean. Keep going. Get in front of the tub or the shower, along the wall, get the middles of the floor, and stop. Now I'm going to say something. Keep going because your 2 minutes isn't up. If there's a lot of urine around your toilet, don't mop it with this mop, okay? Because you're going to mop all the bathrooms with this, and I don't want you spreading that around. Skip that area. And then you have to do some individual work on that, or the urinator, which is my idea, can do that separately, okay? Now, let's pretend the 2 minutes is up. If it's not, you keep going, but please don't go past 2 minutes. Stop the tape. Let's go to the next bathroom. Let's assume it's your bedroom and you're going to go in your master bathroom. And let's assume you just have a medium size bathroom, or a large or a small. It doesn't really matter. They're all basically the same. So you're going to make sure there's no rugs on the floor. You're going to make sure that it's swept out, and then you're going to begin. Ideally, again, when you're vacuuming, you shake the little rug, lay it over the tub, get things up off the floor, so you can take that vacuum and take 2 seconds and you're out of there. Just getting hair and crumbs and you're done. All right, so now we're going to mop in front of the door, in front of the sink, or the vanity, or the double vanity, or whatever you've got in there, along the side of the vanity, behind the toilet, around the front, around the other side, and behind. Again, if you have a urinator who urinates on the outside of your toilet, that will be their job ideally, unless they're just a tiny little boy. That needs to be cleaned by them. And my recommendation, and this is what I tell all my moms who have this problem, is to bring them in, say, get down on your knees with me, get a paper towel, wipe some of the urine up, which will show up yellow and smelly on the towel. Say, have a smell of that. I didn't do this. You did this, because you're not pointing into the toilet. So you're going to clean this. This is disgusting to me. So here's some spray, here's some paper towels, get to work. And that's the truth. Now, if it's a baby, of course not, or even a very young boy, but they need to know that mom has to do this and she doesn't like it, and they need to be more careful, okay? If they need to sit on the potty, that's what they need to do. Okay, that aside, mop in front of your shower stall or your bathtub or both, on the other side of the wall, and now catch the middle. Very good. And now let's go stop the tape, because you're going to the next bathroom. So let's say you have to go upstairs. Maybe you had a master bathroom downstairs. Let's go upstairs. Let's say you have 2 more bathrooms upstairs. You may be done with bathrooms. You may just have 1 bathroom. If you are, then you go skip forward to the end of this tape. All right, so now we're going to go to the upstairs bathrooms, and we're going to do each one for 2 minutes, just like we just talked about. So we're going to do the exact same thing with each of the other bathrooms. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. You spent 3 minutes in the kitchen. You've spent 11 minutes, where I bet you spend a lot more normally. We're not counting the vacuum time, because that really gets worked into your 10 minutes of vacuuming, okay? All right, now you're done. You're going to stop what you're doing. You're going to take your equipment, all of your equipment, and take care of it. So maybe you need to take this head, which Velcros on, to the mop that I'm talking about. But you could have a spin mop. You could have, there's just a measurable number of, a lot of, not immeasurable, they're measurable, but different kinds of mops. But now we're going to take the head off of the mop and rinse it in your laundry sink or in your tub or whatever you need to do. Rinse it out, wring it out, and let it dry over something in the laundry area, because you need to wash it. or you could put it immediately in the washing machine. It's up to you. But I still would rinse it out and wring it out. And then, and if you know what, if I wouldn't want to rinse mine in my tub, if it was nasty, I would take it to the backyard and rinse it under the faucet and wring it out if I didn't have a laundry sink. Okay, now I would take the vacuum cleaner. I think we talked about that before, but take care of that and get that in shape for your next vacuuming session next week. Take the mop itself and put it away. You can keep the container on it, on the one that I'm talking about, because you won't have used all of that up, and it's certainly good for several uses. Now we would go to the cloths. I think we talked about those before when we use the cloths. Our duster, if you have a feather duster, take it outside, shake it out, roll it in your hands, the little stick, roll it in your hands so the top does this. I take the stick and hit it on my hand like that so the head goes like that, and then go put that up. Put all your things away so you're ready for next time. Don't leave your things in a corner, leaned against a piece of furniture. That's really not the point of this. You want it to look nice when you're done, okay? All right, now go see if your sheets are ready. If they're ready, put them in the dryer. And then I'm not gonna make another video. This is gonna be the end. So now I want you to pretend that some time has passed, you've had a little rest while the clothes dried. You set a timer so you know it's ready to get the sheets out. Go get your sheets out, make sure everything is dry. If it's not dry, if the pillowcases have gotten caught up in there, shake them out. If they're still wet, put everything back in and let them toss a little bit longer. 15 minutes is usually plenty. Then take them out, go into your bedroom. The thing that I do first is put my pillowcases on. So put your pillowcases on your on your pillows. And then just kind of put them up at the head of the bed for right now. Or if you have a little sofa or couch in your room or a clean place, you can lay them on the top of a dresser or something like that while you are making your bed. Now I told you to fold your main covers back so that they're at the foot of the bed. Now somebody asked me today when I was talking to them on the phone because they had watched the earlier one, and said, I don't understand how you do that. How are you gonna get the sheets on? Well, my answer is to take the corner, like here's the bed, and here's the bedspread, like over the end. Here's your bed out this way. So take the corner of it and just flip it up. So this whole corner is open. You can put your sheet on there, go to the top, put your sheet there, go around the other side, put your sheet there. We're talking about the corners. Then go down to the end, flip the other side over, stick it there. Or maybe it's more convenient for you to flip the whole thing in half and just lay it on the floor. Whatever you want to do. Or a lot of times I'll just slip it to the floor because it's really kind of together already. Make the bed and then slip it back. So you still have to put your fitted sheet on. I like to tuck it in, but you may not like to. I like to make hospital corners. You may not like to. And then put your pillows at the top, pull your bedspread up, and then any decorative items that you need to put on your bed, and you're done. All right, that was our weekly home blessing. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please use this every time you do your weekly home blessing just to keep you going. Or if you have a child helping you, they can listen to it and keep them going. But get it done every week. It will make a huge difference in your life. Hello, my dear friends. This is the last installment of the basic weekly plan, weekly home blessing hour tape that I'm making for you. So far, we talked about getting up and doing the bed, right? And then that meant stripping the bed. And then we talked about, I'm going to look and see. I'm going to cheat and see what we talked about. Yeah, we talked about the sheets, and I think we did the garbage cans that day, the little garbage cans. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, you need to do your garbage cans. And then on the next week, we talked about mirrors and dusting. So that's something. And then we talked about on the third week, the floors, vacuuming. And then on the fourth week, we talked about mopping. And today we're going to talk about completing the process. So at some point, you'll need to put your sheets in the dryer, and then immediately your sheets will probably still be drying or just been put in the dryer when you're at the end of your weekly home blessing hour. And then what you're going to do is start completing the process. That means put all of your items that you used away properly, cleaned out, cleaned off, emptied, put things in the wash, all the things you need to do from your cleaning equipment so that it will be in excellent shape. These are your tools and they need to be in excellent shape for the next time you use them. You don't want to grab something and find out the mop head is dirty and there's no water in the container or whatever. Or the vacuum cleaner is full and it's not even sucking. You need to make sure your tools are in good working order. All right. And then a little later today, you can put your sheets in the dryer when they're through spinning and put them in the dryer. Or if you've already put them in the dryer, if they're through, then go put them on your bed. Don't wait till the end of the day. How many times have I personally gone into my bedroom or my husband has gone into the bedroom and said, babe, where are the sheets? That's such a sad feeling when you're tired at the end of the day. Don't do that to yourself. Go put your pillowcases on, put your fitted sheet on, put your sheet on, and then put the bedspread up. Throw your little pillows up there, whatever, and it's going to be so nice tonight when you get in your bed, especially if you get a shower tonight or you get a shower now, so that when you get in your bed, you're nice and clean and those sheets are clean and it's just such a sweet feeling. Okay, that's it. I know this is a little short today, but I just wanted to wrap up what we have to do. Okay, so you remember you're going to do the sheets, the bathroom garbage cans, all the little garbage cans through your house, the dusting, the mirrors, the vacuuming, and the mopping. Okay? All right. That's it. Next week, you will get your compilation. I hope it's not going to be too choppy, but I'm going to do my best. And I hope you can put it on pause if it's going to take you a little longer, or you can skip ahead if it doesn't take you quite as long. All right? All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.